Good afternoon. My name is Randall Golblish. I'm president of Junior League of the Quad Cities, and I'm here this afternoon to talk to you about our I Am Strong Mud Venture Race, which serves as a community event and fundraiser for our league. A little bit about us. The Quad Cities is a metro area of about 400,000 people. We are located 3 hours west of Chicago on the Iowa-Illinois border, right on the Mississippi River. We've been in the Quad Cities since 1981 and had a near closure in the mid to late 2000s with a resurgence in 2010. We have just under 80 active members, and more than 80% of our membership is under the age of 40. We have less than 50 paying sustainers and are run by an 8-woman board with an additional 21 women holding chair positions. We have no office and no paid staff. Our I Am initiative, which is why it's called the I Am Strong Mud Venture Race, came out of our issue-based community impact focus work that took place in 2011. We really delve into what is going on in the Quad Cities and found out that so much of our issues stem back to women who have low self-esteem and are not empowered to make decisions to improve their lives. So we created our I Am initiative, which we say works to improve the perception and self-image of women through leadership and empowerment to inspire change. So why a mud run? This idea was pitched to us in rough form from a community partner who thought it would be a good fit of what we are looking for. It fits with our I Am initiative to improve the self-image and perception of women, and it works as a community event and a fundraiser for League. It achieves 3 goals. It raises, contributes, and connects. It raised money for Junior League of the Quad Cities. It contributes money to other nonprofits that support our mission and the I Am initiative. And it connects women with women, businesses, supporters in the Quad Cities. A little bit about the race. We call it a 5K-ish mud venture race. It's a women-only event that's held in August. That's a combination of adventure and obstacles and mud run. We say it's sort of like a Tough Mudder, only not scary. It offers women the opportunity to support one another in a fun, physically challenging exercise that raises money for Junior League, local nonprofits that all work towards improving the lives of women and girls. In 2015, its proceeds covered 48% of our league's training and community program expenses. The event is planned and executed by an 8 to 10 person committee led by 2 co-chairs. That's what we've done the last 2 years, which has been really effective. All members are expected to either run the race, volunteer on the day of the race, or make a donation as a sponsor to support the race. And then we have another, about 50 volunteers that are non-Junior League members that donate their time to help, with swag bags and set up and work the event and help clean up. The event takes 3 major parts. There's a volunteer sponsor night, race day, and an after party. Volunteer and sponsor night is on the Thursday before the weekend race. It allows a VIP race tour of the course. Sponsors and volunteers are invited to come out and run the course or just take a look and see what we're up to. This is the only time that men are allowed to run the course. And then we have a post-run reception. This year it was at a vineyard locally owned that's been a supporter for us right near the race course. Race day, bright and early Saturday morning, usually done by mid-afternoon. And then the after-race party is after the race at a local restaurant that has food and live music and drinks, and we present all of our awards for winners and best team and thank our sponsors. I wanted to take just a moment to run through the 4 years that our race has happened here in the Quad Cities, so you can see the number of racers that we had, the number of active members that executed the event, the total profit that we made, and the amount that we donated back to a community beneficiary. So in year 1, which was 2012, we held it at a local park in Iowa. We had 250 racers. The event was executed by just 32 active members. We made just under $12,000 and donated 9 of it to 3 beneficiaries. The second year we moved to a private property also in Iowa. You can see our number of racers went way up. We obviously hit a nerve there of something that people wanted to do. Also, our active members were up. We made another $10,000 and donated $10,000 to a beneficiary. Last year, 2014, we moved again, this time to a freestanding obstacle course on the Illinois side of the river. We had a little over 350 racers. We're now up to 65 active members. We made about the same amount of money, just over $20,000, and donated 10 of it. And then year 4, which was just a month ago, on August 8th, we held it at the same obstacle course in Illinois. Just under 350 racers. Now we're up to almost 80 active members. We made nearly $30,000 and donated 10 of it to be split between 2 beneficiaries. There have been lasting internal and external impacts from the race on Junior League of the Quad Cities. It has expanded the knowledge of Junior League. Over 2,000 people have run the race or volunteered. We were named the local newspaper's best charitable community service event in the last 2 years. We've strengthened relationships with partners. 50% of our race proceeds go back into our community program expenses. We've donated in cash $40,000 to area nonprofits since the start of the race. And actually this year was the first year we had to have an application process for the race beneficiary selection process because there was such an interest from community nonprofits. This is the biggest one for me that I think shows how much this race has improved Junior League of the Quad Cities. Since 2012, we've increased our active membership by 42%. The last 2 years, in 2013 and 2014, we've had the largest new member classes in Junior League history, and this fall will probably be right with the same amount. And we've trained our members. We send members at least 2 to every AJLI conference. We bring in special training speakers, like we had Vicki Clark last fall, and we devote nearly 50% of our expenditures to training. And then within the race, members learn as they do, securing sponsorships, long-term donors, event planning, volunteer and vendor management, budgeting, communications, and marketing. So do you want to get muddy? If you are interested in hosting a mud venture race for your league, the biggest thing that you have to ask is, does this align with our issue focus? The I Am Strong Mud Venture Race falls perfectly within our I Am initiative and our issue-based community impact focus of empowering and improving the self-image of women in our community. If you are worried about hunger or literacy, I don't know if a women's only mud venture race is the way to go about it. Maybe it is, but that's something that you'd really have to make sure that it's not just a random event. Additional things to think about: does the community have interest in an event like this, or is it already saturated? Do you have internal buy-in? Do you have capable committee leadership, women that are going to run this event? Insurance, infrastructure, chip timing, race registration management, we hire out for that. Various sponsor levels with track benefits, and of course media relations, social media, advertising, and publicity. So that is the I Am Strong Mud Venture Race. I hope it was informative for you, and at least you learned a little bit about what our league is doing that works as a community impact event and a fundraising event. If anyone has any questions about the race or issue-based community impact events that tie in with what your mission is, please feel free to contact me. I've included my contact information as well as our race website and Junior League of the Quad Cities website. Thank you.